we know our solar system. Have you all studied geography? है ना, उसमें आपको सोलर सिस्टम पता होगा. सोलर सिस्टम में वी हैव प्लैनेट्स मरकरी, वीनस, अर्थ, मार्स, जुपिटर, सैटर्न, यूरेनस, नेपट्यून. Pluto is no more considered a planet. We know these 8 planets exist. Now, देखो, when in January we will study science and technology, we will note one thing. देखो, these planets are revolving around Earth. तो ना, at what speed you are revolving is determined by the distance you are at. The speed is inversely proportional. The speed is inversely proportional to. तो कोई भी planet, at what speed is it revolving around sun? और कोई भी satellite, at what speed is it revolving around Earth? Speed will be inversely proportional to r. That is, the further you go, slower you will be moving. Inversely proportional to r means that कि आप जैसे जैसे sun से दूर जाओगे, your speed would be lower. Your speed would be lower, and to complete one orbit around sun, the distance that you need to cover would increase. When you are near sun, your circumference is much smaller. When you go away from sun, your circumference is much bigger. But as you are going away, you are moving slowly. Plus, you have to travel more distance. So you will see that the time one planet takes to revolve around sun will keep on increasing. Earth takes 24 hours. You will see Venus will take much lesser time. Mercury will take much lesser time, because ek to Mercury is moving very fast. Second, Mercury is moving in a much smaller orbit. So 1 year on Earth is 365 days. Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution. Mars will take way more than that. Jupiter will take way more than that. So Earth mein 1 year is 365 days. In case of Saturn, as Saturn is further away from Earth, it is going to take way more time. It will be moving much slower. Saturn takes around 30 years to complete one revolution around Sun. Saturn takes around 30 years to complete one revolution around Sun. आप Saturn के आगे जाओगे, the planet will take more time, Pluto will take more time, and so on. Got it? ये clear है? Now, Saturn is the 6th planet. Saturn के बाद we have Uranus and Neptune. It is the second largest planet. Largest is Jupiter. It is also a planet which has highest number of moons. हमने बचपन में Jupiter पढ़ा था, but now with discovery of more moons, Saturn has way more number of moons or natural satellites. Earth has only one natural satellite. Saturn has more than 100 natural satellites. Okay, now it's a gas giant. We know that, like initial planets are terrestrial planet. Uske baad we have gas giants, mostly made up of hydrogen and helium. It's also the furthest planet from Earth discovered by unaided eyes. That is, without using telescope or anything, you'll be able to see Saturn. You'll be able to observe Saturn with your eyes. Beyond Saturn, we cannot see Neptune by our eyes. For that, we'll need telescope. But Saturn is the last planet that we can see by our eyes. So even in ancient times, when we did not have telescopes and all, people could see it. And people could see it, and thus there are stories associated with it. अगर आप यूरोप जाते हो तो Saturn is one of the Roman gods. There are those kind of stories associated. Now, it takes around 29 Earth years to complete one revolution. It is a planet which has this glorious ring. It is the only, वैसे ring is around Jupiter also, we'll talk about it, but it's not that easily visible. It is one of those planets where ring is very clearly visible. So it is famous for its glorious ring. Saturn has the most spectacular ring system with 7 rings and several gaps and division between them. Over the years, to study Saturn, various space missions have also gone there. Now, these Saturn rings, how were these Saturn rings formed? how were these Saturn rings formed? देखो, let's consider the situation of Earth. This is Earth, and we have a moon revolving around Earth. Let's say tomorrow moon explodes for some reason. A lot of mass of moon will keep revolving here, and for a far away object, it may appear like a ring. Something like this happened with Saturn. Two moons of Saturn collided. When they collided, billions of small objects, small mass was formed. It has kept on revolving around Saturn, and it has become it appears as ring. Now you will say, sir, but because of Earth's gravity, slowly the mass will keep on falling on Earth. Same should be happening with Saturn. So yes, that's true. That ring will disappear in next 300 million years, because the Saturn's mass is being the ring's mass is eventually falling on Saturn and is getting absorbed there. So how was it formed? It was formed around 100 million years ago due to collision of two icy moons. Constituents NASA's Cassini spacecraft revealed that Saturn's ring are mostly made up of billions of chunks of ice and rocks whose size varies from as small as grains of dust to as large as mountains. That is, different kind of masses are revolving in there. This ring will survive. It was formed around 100 million years ago. So 100 million years back, if you are on Earth and you were looking from a telescope on Saturn, Saturn would not have had this ring. We were not there 100 million years ago. We'll talk about that too. आज हम apes के बारे में बात करने वाले prelims fact में we'll see that our existence on Earth has been very small. Our existence on Earth has not been that long. But anyways, Saturn's ring was formed around 100 million years ago, and it will be completely lost in next 300 million years. आपके notes में ना ये million लिखना भूल गए हैं, तो it's just 300 लिखा हुआ है, please उसे correct कर लीजिएगा. It is 300 million years. Now एक news जो था सितंबर में वो ये था कि Saturn's ring will temporarily disappear in March 2025. You must have seen this. A lot of infographic on this has also come. The reason why I'm discussing this, Saturn's ring will disappear. So it will not actually disappear. Saturn will form an angle with Earth so that that ring will not be visible. Are you getting my point? देखो, in order to see the ring, आप उसे देख रहे हो तो ऐसे दिख रहा हो. But वो exactly if you're only able to see this edge, then you will not be able to see the ring. So देखो, what happens is Saturn takes around 30 years to revolve around Sun. Earth takes 1 year to revolve around Sun. Now Saturn is also inclined at a particular angle. So every 15 years, roughly around every 15 years, what happens? The angle of inclination of Saturn and angle of inclination of Earth is such that those rings, when from Earth you look at the Saturn, you'll be able to see Saturn, but those rings will be inclined in such a manner that it will not be visible for a few days. After that, when that angle changes, you'll again be able to see top of the ring or bottom of the ring, and thus will be able to determine the ring is there. So it is not going to disappear. It is going to, like from Earth, it may not be visible. So this was the news. Saturn's ring may briefly disappear in March 2025 when seen from Earth. So March 2025 mein I'll be continuing to teach you for preliminary examination. At that time, we'll also get some pictures, real pictures, showing कि देखो Saturn का ring नहीं दिख रहा है. There you'll understand this more clearly.